One of the richest black men on earth, Patrice Motsepe, started his career in the corporate world as a lawyer. He worked for Bowman Gilfillan, a major Johannesburg law firm, where he specialized in mining and business law, and in later years became its first black partner. He worked insane hours, learned the inner mechanism of the mining sector from the inside, and absorbed the entire industry like a sponge. For years, he built two things that matter more than luck: experience, the kind you can't buy, and capital, the kind you can't wish for. And when opportunity finally showed up, he went all in. During the late 1990s, South Africa was facing a major downturn in the mining industry, which meant many assets were undervalued. Motsepe took advantage of this. In 1997, he founded African Rainbow Minerals and used a combination of discounted mine acquisitions, favorable payment terms, and South Africa's new Black Economic Empowerment (BEE) policies to buy mining operations that big companies wanted to offload. Economic research consistently shows that downturns create the best buying conditions for long-term investors because assets are cheap and competition is low. Fast forward a couple of years, a billionaire by his late 40s. That's the traditional African wealth pipeline. Work 10 to 15 years, gain skills, networks, and capital, then start a business, then get rich. But here's the real question. What if you don't want to wait until your hairline files for early retirement? What if you could build capital, the most important part, way faster? And that's what I am personally using Forex for. Okay, so let's break down the standard African path to wealth. Step 1, go to school and study preferably something respectable: doctor, lawyer, engineer, the holy trinity. Step 2, work your ass off for 10 to 15 years because wealth in Africa moves at the same speed as government paperwork. Step 3, save money, slowly, painfully. Step 4, use that tiny power of hard-earned capital to finally start something: a shop, a farm, a trucking business, a construction company, something serious. Then spend the next 20 years growing it. And then, if everything goes right, if the economy doesn't collapse, if your boss doesn't gaslight you into depression, if your small business survives load shedding and internet outages and 3 people who owe you money, you finally start making real wealth in your late 40s or 50s. While age of wealth accumulation varies by country, research from Standard Bank and other wealth reports suggest that many African millionaires tend to reach significant financial milestones in their late 40s and 50s, especially those who built wealth through long careers or business ownership. Translation: you follow the blueprint, you get rich eventually. It's a good system. It works. My issue with this is, this path is slow, like waiting for your crush to text back slow, like government queues slow, like African dad apologizing slow. And for our generation, with rent, inflation, low salaries, and cost of living punching everyone in the face, this plan just doesn't move fast enough. Which is why, and don't get excited yet, there's a modern way to speed up the capital building stage without needing 15 years of suffering. But before we get to that, you need to understand why the traditional model is collapsing. Let's be brutally honest for a second. The traditional African wealth path worked great back when bread was 50 cents and your uncle could buy land with one paycheck and a handshake. But today, no. Life decided to hit the turbo button on difficult mode. Let me explain. Salaries are not keeping up with inflation. According to the ILO Wage Report 2022-2023, many workers globally, including Africa, saw real wages fall in 2022 as inflation rose faster than nominal pay. Translation: your income is crawling, the cost of living is sprinting, and your bank account is wheezing in the corner asking for mercy. Saving is harder than ever. People aren't saving 10% anymore. They're saving whatever is left, which is usually nothing. Maybe air, possibly dust. The job market is an extreme sport. Youth unemployment in some African countries is up to 30 to 60%. So if you do have a job, congrats. You're basically holding a golden ticket from Willy Wonka, but you're still not earning enough to build capital. Opportunities now require money earlier. Back in the day, you could work for 15 years then start a business. Now, everything is competitive from day one. Want to start a side hustle? Capital. Want to start a business? Capital. Want to breathe breathe in the wrong direction? Capital. The economy moves faster than your career. The world now changes at the speed of TikTok trends. 1 month everyone's doing crypto, next month everyone is selling hair oil, next month everyone's retired because they made $18 in profit and think they are Warren Buffett. You can't wait 20 years to finally start building wealth anymore. By then, the opportunity window has packed its bags, booked a flight, and left you behind. Wealth without capital is a fantasy. And this is the most painful part. Most Africans aren't failing because they are lazy. They are failing because they are undercapitalized, meaning they don't have enough money to start or scale anything. So the old path, it's not dead, it's just painfully slow. If you try to follow it exactly the same way today, you might finally get rich around the same time you start using your pension to buy painkillers for your knees. So the question becomes, how do you speed up the capital building path without becoming a crypto scammer? And that leads us to, well, Forex, but not the fairy tale Instagram version. Let's talk about Forex. And before your brain starts screaming, I'm gonna quit my job and trade full-time with $27 in my account, relax, sit down, breathe. Because the Forex you've seen on Instagram is about as real as those I made $90,000 before breakfast screenshots. No, you didn't. You made $17 profit and blew your account the next day. Stop lying. Let's clear something up immediately. Forex is not a shortcut to wealth. It is a shortcut to capital building if and only if you are not an idiot. Because right now, most people treat Forex like a casino with better lighting. Meanwhile, actual traders, the boring ones who make real money, treat Forex like a skill, a profession, a slow calculated craft that rewards discipline and punishes stupidity harder than an African parent catching you disrespecting them in public. The real definition. Forex is simply a financial market where currencies are traded to profit from price movement. That's it. Nothing magical, no fairy dust. Just numbers moving because of supply, demand, and central banks waking up in a bad mood. The Forex market trades over 7.5 trillion per day. So no, your $30 won't move the market, relax. But you can use the market to grow your capital slowly, consistently, if you approach it correctly. What Forex actually gives you, not riches, not Lamborghinis, not a lifestyle you brag about online but can't afford offline. Forex gives you a scalable skill and a faster way to build starting capital if you learn, you manage risk, you don't trade emotionally, you don't believe your WhatsApp mentor who still lives with his grandmother. The point of Forex in this video, we are not using Forex to skip the traditional wealth path. We are using it to accelerate the years it takes to build capital. The part where most Africans get stuck, because without capital everything is impossible. With capital everything becomes negotiable. Like me asking you at this point if this video is making sense to you to like and subscribe to the channel. But before you even think about opening a trading account, there's one harsh truth you need to accept. You still need a job or at least some form of income for any of these things to work out. Let's address the elephant tap dancing in the room. Yes, Forex can accelerate your wealth journey. Yes, it can build capital faster than your job ever will. But no, I mean absolutely no. You cannot become a full-time trader when your bank balance looks like it's fasting. Every day there is someone online like, I quit my job to trade full-time. Bro, you don't even own a chair, sit down on the floor, I guess, in this situation. You still need income, full stop. Stable income keeps you alive. Stable income keeps you learning. Stable income keeps you from trading like someone who's 3 missed meals away from making terrible decisions. Here are some reasons you need a stable income. Income gives you emotional stability. According to Daniel Kahneman, a guy who literally won a Nobel Prize for studying human decisions, said something in the lines of, people make horrible financial choices when they are stressed or broke. If you're trading with money you can't afford to lose, your brain basically switches to panic mode. You start gambling, over leveraging, revenge trading, begging the market for favor like it's your ex. A salary or any other stable income removes the desperation, so no desperation is equal to better decisions, which is equal to fewer blown accounts. You need capital, real capital. Let's be honest, a $50 or $100 trading account is not real capital. It's pocket change with commitment issues, and this is where prop firms comes in. Prop firms allows you to trade 10,000 US dollar account, 25,000 US dollar account, 50,000 US dollar account, 100,000 US dollar account or more using their money. A 50,000 US dollar challenge would cost somewhere from 200 US dollars to 300 US dollars. A 100,000 US dollar challenge would cost somewhere from 400 US dollars to 600 US dollars. And if you fail, yeah, you get to buy it again. Welcome to adulthood. So where does the challenge money come from? Your job, your income, your stable cash flow, not your student loan, not the money your auntie gave you for groceries. Forex takes time to learn. Nobody becomes profitable in 3 weeks. I don't care what your WhatsApp mentor says. You need months of studying charts, blowing accounts, backtesting, understanding risk, learning discipline, blowing more accounts, crying than improving. This is much easier when you are not wondering how to pay for your next meal. Trading under pressure is like trying to take an exam while the room is on fire. You're not focused, you're panicking. Your job funds your future self. Your job isn't the enemy. Your job is your silent investor. Your salary pays for your first challenge, your retries, your education, your Wi-Fi, your survival, your mental stability. Income is equal to prop firm challenge, which is equal to funded accounts, which is equal to profits, and which is equal to capital. That is the real pipeline. So yes, keep your job, use it, milk it. Let your employer knowingly fund your trading career, because once you're funded and consistent, that's when the escape begins. So let's put all this together into something simple enough to write on your wall, tattoo on your arm, or repeat to yourself every time you almost over-leverage a trade. Because the odd wealth formula your parents followed worked like this. Work, save, start a business, work 20 years, maybe succeed, buy a Toyota Fortuner. Good formula, respect to them. But in today's environment, that formula moves too damn slow. We need the upgrade, the modern version, the I don't want to be broke until retirement edition. Here it is: income, skill, capital, Forex and prop firms, multiply, invest, and then freedom. Let me break it down. Income. Your base, your foundation, your oxygen. You cannot build wealth on vibes and motivational quotes. A job, a side hustle, freelancing, some stable cash flow that doesn't disappear when the market moves 20 pips against you. Skill. Not just trading skill, life skill, experience, knowledge, network, competence. Remember Motsepe, he didn't become a billionaire because the stars aligned. He became one because he knew what he was doing. Skilled people win, and skilled people get humbled by reality. Capital. This is the bottleneck for 99% of Africans. Most people never become wealthy because they never accumulate enough starting capital to do anything meaningful. You can't invest $1.73 and expect Warren Buffett returns. You need capital, period. Forex plus prop firms. This is where your generation has a massive advantage. The older generation needed 10 years of work, 15 years of saving, selling goats, uncles lending money, praying the bank says yes. You can access 50,000 US dollars to 100,000 US dollars through a prop firm challenge. You can build capital faster if you are disciplined. Forex isn't skipping steps, it's compressing time. Multiply. This is where the magic happens. Consistent 3 to 8% monthly returns on funded capital adds up fast. Not get rich today fast, but I am 5 years ahead of my peers fast. Invest. This is where you turn money into wealth. The merchants of the world don't get rich from their income. They get rich from what they do with their income. Real assets, real business, real scaling. This is how Motsepe did it. This is how Dangote did it. This is how everyone with long-term money does it. Freedom. This is the end goal. Not Lambos, not flexing in hotel bathrooms. Freedom. Time freedom, money freedom, work freedom. I choose what I do freedom. And the entire formula starts with one thing: income, then skill, then capital, then multiplication, then investments, then freedom, not the other way around. This is the version of Forex real traders respect and broke traders avoid. Forex is a skill, not a shortcut. It's a craft, something you sharpen, something you practice, something you build like a gym body, slowly, painfully, with multiple emotional breakdowns in the bathroom. You're not going to wake up one day and suddenly feel the markets. This isn't Avatar: The Last Airbender. You don't just meditate and tap into price action energy. It's studying, it's testing, it's journaling, it's learning from losses instead of crying about them on TikTok. Forex is controlled risk, not gambling. Real traders don't YOLO their accounts. They don't risk 50% on a trade. They don't open 9 positions at once like they're collecting Pokemon. They manage risk like accountants manage receipts. Every professional trader, from hedge funds to prop firms, aim for tiny risks, consistent gains, massive discipline. You know the difference between gamblers and traders. Gamblers chase wins, traders protect capital. Forex is emotional discipline, not emotional damage. If you're entering trades because you feel lucky today, that's not trading, that's vibes. Real trading means waiting, being patient, taking nothing for days, then striking when your setup is actually there. Most people fail in Forex because they can't sit still. They want dopamine, not discipline. Psychologists like Brett Steinberger says that consistency comes from emotional regulation, not strategy. So yeah, breathing, journaling, and not panicking like a toddler are part of trading. Forex is a tool for capital building, not a lifestyle. It's not meant to replace your job instantly. It's not a flex, it's not a personality. Forex is simply a tool that helps you build capital faster, scale with prop firms, accumulate enough money, invest into long-term wealth. It's a stepping stone, a multiplier, a bridge, not the final destination. Forex is boring when done right. You know what real traders do? Wake up, check charts, take 1 or 2 solid trades, go live their lives, no drama. We have a free PDF for Forex Squad, 7 things every trader should know before placing a single trade. You can download it using a link in the description. Thank you for watching the video.